It appears that there is more and more fire and smoke enveloping the very top of the building, and as fire crews are descending on this area, it does not appear that there's any kind of an effort up there yet. Now remember, oh my God.
Oh my God.
That looks like a second plane.
I did not see a plane go in. That just exploded.
We just saw another plane coming in from the side.
You did. That was out of
yes, and that's
view.
the second explosion. You could see the plane come in just from the right-hand side of the screen. So this looks like it is some sort of a concerted effort to attack the World Trade Center that is underway in downtown New York.
Fearing for the longest time here apparently has come to pass. A disastrous terrorist attack on the World Trade Center, both towers, planes smashing into each one.
I've never seen any, it looks like a movie. I saw a large plane, like a jet, go immediately headed directly into the World Trade Center. It just flew into it, into the other tower coming from south to north. I watched the plane fly into the World Trade Center. It was a jet. It was a very large plane. It was going fast. It went past the Ritz-Carlton Hotel that's being built in Battery Park. It flew right past it, almost hit it, and then went in.
This is so shocking, of course, to everybody watching.
I've never seen anything like it. It literally flew itself into World Trade Center.
No, it wasn't a commercial airline.
That second one wasn't no commercial.
No, the second one definitely. The first one I never saw. The second one I saw was big, though. Yeah, big enough.
It was no Cessna.
No,
no. It was no Cessna.
But it didn't have any markings on it that I saw.
No, I didn't see any. The second one, it didn't have, like no camouflage or anything,
No, and no emblems, no logos.
The plane circle around and actually come on to the opposite side of the building and smash into the Trade Center. It was gray, to be honest with you.
The plane wasn't no airline or anything. It was a twin-engine, big gray plane.
Mark, were you close enough to be able to see any markings on the airplane?
It definitely did not look like a commercial plane. I didn't see any windows on the sides.
No, it was a black plane. It looked like a fighter jet.
It looked like a fighter jet.
And it didn't look like a commercial jet.
It was like a military plane. It was a military plane.
Could be a drone aircraft. That's an aircraft that's guided electronically to its target without having a pilot.
We were in the lobby, gathering to go up and start doing a search on the upper floors. As we were getting our gear on and making our way to the stairway, there was a heavy-duty explosion. Everybody just started running for the door. Everybody was trapped.
Doctors treating the injured here say most of the 100 patients treated so far are suffering not just smoke inhalation and eye damage, but fractures. Many of them have told the doctors that they were responding to the attack on the South Tower when they were suddenly trapped by the second explosion, and many of the fractures they're suffering come not from fallen debris, but from the concussive force of the explosion, which slammed them against walls, knocked them to the ground, or slammed them up against their own ambulances.
He thinks that there were actually devices that were planted in the building. He says that he probably lost a great many men in those secondary explosions, and he said that there were literally hundreds, if not thousands of people in those two towers when the explosions took place. He said
there was a lot of talk there in New York of another explosion prior to the collapse of the first building.
We're overlooking the financial center. Keep bringing us 2 broken windows.
whether it was a bomb or whether the first plane that crashed into the tower had somehow been booby-trapped with a bomb that was timed to explode later after the crash had occurred. But CNN is reporting that there was a third explosion that caused World Trade Center 1 to collapse within itself and then collapse on other surrounding buildings.
50 consecutive bangs, and it fell down like a waterfall.
And we heard the noise associated with an implosion.
It's quiet. Yeah, it was like the first one was at like 10 to 9. Yeah, the funny was
I walked by, I was walking by. They both hit. Something's coming out.
See that? Oh my God, the whole building is Yep. Yeah, on top floor. I don't know. God! Oh my God, look at that explosion.
All eyes looked towards the sky. It was the most surreal scene I have ever seen. I cannot describe what took place. The building literally just like as if it was in slow motion.
Look at all that explosion going up the whole downtown.
Sending up a humongous...
Are you sure? Because I watched it here, and it looked small to me.
Sounds like a plane. That's a fucking fighter plane. About time the fucking Air Force got here. Yeah, right?
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Jesus.
I know some guys like...
around for the last hour. There's definitely going to be a war.
This is perhaps the most horrific sight anyone could have witnessed in a lifetime. I cannot believe my eyes, and I am still in shock as to what I witnessed just moments ago.
Absolute, incomprehensible mayhem.
A lot of people were breaking down and crying.
The fire continues to burn. I can see the flames through the thick smoke.
Yeah.
Now people are gathering in large groups. In fact, in one corner I saw a group of people actually holding hands and praying. As I stand on the Manhattan Bridge, which is closed, it is open to pedestrian traffic. Some people are walking across, but there's just no way for them to... as I look at it, something is... I can't... There's nothing that the building is going. Is that the building going down? Is that the second building of the World Trade Center going down?
Yes, that is the second tower. That is the second tower.
It's a huge plume of smoke that came out of the middle of the building, and then the building just disappeared in the smoke.
And that is the second building that has gone down. It came out like a plume of smoke, like a banana unpeeling. Plumes of smoke coming out, and then absolutely nothing. And now where there were two huge buildings, two huge towers, there is now nothing.
It was pandemonium.
Absolutely unbelievable morning.
People began screaming. The building began crumbling. I mean, what we saw on the street was nothing short of what you would see in a nuclear winter.
Clearly, we're in the middle of the worst ever act of terrorism directed at the United States on domestic soil. The Democratic Front for the Liberation of Palestine is claiming responsibility for today's bombings.